Hello everyone, this is a Shadowbox. Welcome back to FSX in Air Hauler 2. And today we are going to be flying from, this is actually a small graph strip called Skyway Estates in Eaton Rapids, Michigan. That's 60G is the iCal for it. And we are going to be flying to somewhere else. Let me pull up Air Hauler really quick. We're excuse me. We're going to be flying to KRAC, and what is that? I don't know. It's across the lake, and that's all I can tell you off the top of my head. So, if you remember last episode, I was talking about how I had two jobs. One was going to be going from Dayton, and then across Lake Michigan to Milwaukee, and stuff like that, and, well, long story short, somehow the cargo from Dayton got loaded when I was repositioning from Dayton to a different airport to do a quick job. And then when I unloaded the cargo at the incorrect airport, because my intention was to pick up like the cargo I had to get from that airport and then come back for the cargo from Dayton, when I unloaded it, it completely disappeared. So I had to cancel that job, and that sucked because that was an $11,000 contract. So we have Blake Johnson currently doing a $9,000 mission for us to help make up for that. So instead, this is a load of about 600 pounds of televisions. We've got 20 pounds of fuel on board. And I need to check that iCal again. KRAC. Alright. So let's get this going. And it's already in there. KRAC. Alright, 1200's on standby. I need to reset my track IR really quick. There we go. Switch fuel tank to left, though it doesn't really matter because we have 10 gallons in each. And fuel pump, mixture rich. And mags to both. Rotating beacon, starter. A little bit of throttle. There we go. Alright, navigation lights on. Fuel pump can come off. We are clear. This is a tiny little airfield. There was a mall Orion here when I landed, but they must have left already. Looks like I accidentally filed an IFR plan, but I don't want to fly this IFR, so we're just gonna ignore ATC for our departure. This is a short grass strip, but we shouldn't have any problems taking off. I had kind of a long landing on here that I wish I had gotten on camera, but it was a little comical. Right, crossing the threshold, transponder can come on, landing lights on, and strobe. So fuel pump and mixture can go up to rich. Headphones in.
Traffic, November 1812, flight 610 miles west inbound, visual runway 8.
Yeah, look, there's a mall there, and there's a mall coming in, actually. 6G0, no, sorry, we're in 60G, not 6G0. Well, kind of a crooked takeoff because I got distracted. Flight simming will come back to me. Promise. So we're going to be headed out over Lake Michigan today. This is actually the same day that I recorded episode 2. And just a reminder, I'm going to be recording up to episode 5 before I publish episode 1. beautiful day here in West Michigan. Wait, no, we're in Central Michigan right now. I need to trim down a little bit. You have an anticipated flight time of approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I will be using autopilot and time acceleration once we get up to our cruising altitude. Can get off that frequency. I don't need to hear that guy talking all the time. Alright. Oh shoot. For some reason Air Hauler likes to set the weather to completely clear. And I've been meaning to go up. You know what? There's no harm in doing it now. It's real world weather. There we go. So yeah, we kind of want to stay under the cloud cover, so we're going to go 3,500 because we're flying VFR today. And I'm not a real pilot. This may come as a shock to you, I know. Just kidding. But if someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe VFR rules you have to maintain visual contact with the ground. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but since it's overcast, I feel like we should stay below the cloud cover. If we were getting some weather, maybe I would opt to go above the clouds, but it's not the case. Let's pull out this and we can lean out our mixture. I'm going to try to lean by ear. Okay, that's a little rough. Alright, that sounds alright. Alright, so we're at 4,000, so I'm just trying to kill my VSI. Well, not the VSI, just the VS. I want the VSI to read pretty near 0. Get the autopilot on so it runs through its tests. And let's get the altitude hold. And GPS low track. I don't really know what the difference is between GPS low and GPS high, but I just feel like we're at low altitude, so low. Alright guys, I will bring you back actually for some of the cruise this time while we cross the lake. But until then, see ya. Alright everyone, welcome back. We're just getting ready to start our lake crossing. And we've already used 4 gallons out of our 20. We're going to go ahead and click our fuel tank over to the right. Start draining out of that 10 that's still there. And I have not crossed a body of water in this aircraft yet, so hoping that we'll have enough fuel. We're like right on our destination's right on the coast, so oops, wrong way. Nope, wrong way. There we go. I don't think we'll have a problem with it. We're about 73 miles out and we still have like 16 gallons of fuel and we're getting 15.7 miles per gallon. So we should have enough fuel easily. It's still kind of nerve-wracking. I mean, we're not going to be able to see the land on either side. We are flying at 2 times speed, by the way, so this 30 minutes will only take about 15. I do love the west coast of Michigan. I need to find some scenery that actually recreates the beaches and stuff along the west coast. Dunes, because we're in the Holland area. That's Holland Airport right there, where we started last episode. That's where we started. And then that's KBIV right there, which is where I want to open our next base. So as far as the airplane progression that I'm thinking, you guys will have to let me know what you think about this. I'm thinking that we're going to stick with just me and Blake Johnson for now. We're going to save up and get the a Duke B-60. Once we have the Duke B-60, we're going to hire another pilot, and that pilot will be flying the Piper that I'm currently flying. We're going to save up again and get a second Duke B-60, put Blake Johnson in that, and hire a third pilot to fly Blake Johnson's Piper. Or sorry, hire a fourth pilot to fly Blake Johnson's Piper. And I'll put this in the comments on the first episode where I said, let's rename Blake Johnson. I think I'm going to keep Blake Johnson as Blake Johnson. I'm going to name the other pilots after you guys. I may also hire pilots early if I refresh the available pilots and fly and see some that I like. I may just go ahead and hire them on the spot even if I don't have a plane for them yet. Because then I could, if I take my plane back to KTDZ, Metcalf, our home base, I could have 2 pilots flying while I'm at work for 24 hours. And that would help things a lot. We're really getting out to sea here. So I think the Duke B-60 will be our next aircraft. And then after that, I'm thinking the Aerosoft Twin Otter. Because in FS Passengers, we got the B1900D by Carenado. So I want to get something different this time. So I'm thinking Twin Otter. And then after the Twin Otter, I believe the Twin Otter holds about 15, 16 passengers. After we have a few Twin Otters in operation, the next step up, I think, will be the Saab 340. And then from the Saab 340, we'll probably go to the Q400. And that's going to be our goal for right now, is getting a Q400 in operation and having, let's say, 5 bases with regularly scheduled passenger services. So let's make that our goal for this series, and by the time we get there, if I'm still feeling air hauler, we'll keep going. If not, we'll switch to something else. Maybe we'll dust off FSX, FS Passengers. Maybe we'll go over to X-Plane for a little bit, find a virtual airline to fly for X-Plane, get some X-Plane time in. Maybe I could be more diligent about FS Economy. I don't really like FS Economy. It's way too grindy. Like, if you think Air Hauler or FS Passengers are grindy, just try FS Economy. It's awful. If you like FS Economy, more power to you, but I'm still in the renting other people's planes phase, and it seems like it's going to take forever to get my own plane in FS Economy. Oof. There's some nasty clouds out here, just right off of our port wing. We're barely flying under it though, so it looks like we're skirting around it. Hopefully there's nothing intense in front of us. Oh guys, this is not looking good for VFR conditions. I'm going to take manual control of the plane. So if we can't break out of these clouds by the time we get to 1,000 feet on the radar altimeter, then, or not the radar altimeter, sorry, just on the altimeter, then we're going to have to think about alternate airports. And I'd prefer to continue across the lake and find something in Wisconsin, if possible. These clouds are awfully low. See if we can find an airport. Baton, Karak, that's what we need. Ah, it's traffic. Okay. Well, we're coming in from the west. Do we have automated weather here? At Bratton. Nope, there's no automated weather. Can we get it from Kalamazoo approach? No. Well, let's request a flight following.
Approach, Piper, November 56730 is type Piper 23 miles east of Kilo, Romeo, Delta, Charlie. Request flight following. Piper, November 56730, Kalamazoo approach, squawk 6556. Piper 730, radar contact 22 miles east of Kilo, Romeo, Delta, Charlie. 2,500, altimeter 2986. Cessna 46 Mike. Contact Chicago Center on 125.1. Copy. Piper 730. Piper 730. Contact Milwaukee approach on 120.15. 120.15 for Piper 730. 125.1 for Cessna 46 Mike.
Our airspeed is way too fast, I just noticed.
Approach, Piper, November 56730, with you. Piper, November 56730, Milwaukee approach, roger, altimeter 2986.
Alright, so we're going to keep approach on nav 2. Oh, we can't get up to 120 on... Sorry, not nav 2. This isn't... I need com 2. That's nav 1. 120.15. Continue to monitor that.
$500.
All right.
500.
Oh, this is awful weather. I don't have any winds data. I'm just going to pick the one we can go straight into, and that's going to be 22. Whoops, that's touch and go. I want full stop.
Kilo, Romeo, Delta, Charlie, traffic, Piper, November 56730 is 18 miles east, 1,200, inbound to land, runway 22.
Alright. Just setting up the radios. So now we're going to go to monitoring that and talking on that.
500.
Yeah, this is really not VFR weather. We're gonna have the autopilot help us out again.
Minimums.
Get up to 1,000. That's our altitude hold. Well, at least it's not raining. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Alright, we're 12 miles away. Can't quite see the coast. This might be an interesting landing as well. If I can't see the airport until I'm on top of it. I think we're gonna be able to do this. Might not be technically supposed to do this. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to cancel flight following. There's the field.
Radar contact 4 miles northeast of Kilo Romeo Alpha Charlie 1100. Altimeter 2986. Copy. Hyper 730. Milwaukee approach. Hyper 730. Cancel flight following. Hyper 730. Milwaukee approach. Cancellation received. Squawk
500.
frequency change approved.
Lots of stuff going on right now.
Kilo Romeo Alpha Charlie. Traffic. Hyper November 56730 is on final runway 22 to land.
Mixture rich. Fuel pump on. Got a notch of flaps in. Let's get another notch of flaps in.
Minimums. $100. $50, $40, $30,
Long landing.
$20, $10,
Oof. That was a little hard. Well, it says it was smooth. Pull the flaps up. Grab this taxiway. Transponder off. Landing lights and strobe lights off. Fuel pump off. And lean out. Now we can announce we're clear at the runway. Oh, whoops. Wrong key.
56730 is clear of the runway.
Alright, well, that was kind of a nerve-wracking approach. Guess the landing wasn't too terrible. How'd we do on fuel? 6 gallons and 7 gallons. So we didn't even use half the fuel that we had to get here, which is good. Rather have too much than not enough, most of the time. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is parking. It doesn't really look like it because there's no lines. But this is where I'm going to park. We'll say this is the hangar that we're supposed to give the televisions to, or deliver the televisions to. Alrighty. Navigation lights off. All this stuff off. Then we can get our radio master off. And our engine off. Alright, well it looks like there's some weather coming in, so let's jump outside. And let's go ahead and get the pitot cover, the tie downs, and the wheel chocks. Alright. And now we will unload the cargo. Huzzah! Job completed. Finish the flight monitoring. Pull up air hauler proper. And let's see what's going on. Pilots and ops. He's unloading at his destination, which is awesome. He'll be done in 2 minutes. So we should see our cash go up again. Well, we should be in excess of $200,000 when he's complete with that. And take a look at what we have left here. We have televisions worth $10,000 going from Fremont Municipal going down to Metcalf. Now, interesting note, Fremont Municipal, there's also a Fremont, I think it's called a Fremont Municipal even, out here in Ohio. Now it's just Fremont Airport. In fact, I'm not sure if that airport airport is even used anymore. It might be. I don't know, Fremont's a pretty small city. There is an airport also in Tiffin. There's Defiance. Nope, Defiance, then we need to go this way. Mansfield, up Tiffin, there it is. It was literally just south of Fremont. Seneca County Airport. I happen to know this is a paved airfield. So maybe we can make that a little base and operate flights up to the islands from there as well. I don't know. We'll see. Have I killed enough time for that cash to come in yet? Almost. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So our pilot is at Lorain County Regional now, which is KLPR. Doesn't look like there's any. Oh, there's one thing coming out of KLPR. It's going back down south, and I don't want to go back down south again. And it's only worth $5,000. I got building materials, though that's the same one that's been there. Again, that's been there for a while. I might try to do that myself. I don't think I'm going to have him do that, though. He could probably get away with doing that. And that's 6,000. That's pretty far distance for only 6,000 compared to we've got this 118. Oh, but that's a lot more. There's really not a lot of great ones right now. Memory 6, that's not bad. So I might actually just have him reposition and then let him rest at base. And then I'm going to fly these reposition to base, and then we'll see what's going on tomorrow. Well, I only have one more flight to do. I'm going from 3FM back to base. Yep, he's finished unloading. Now we're at $202,000, which is enough to buy another Piper if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to. If I go into the marketplace and aircraft, I don't want to get the Turbine Duke because it's pretty much the same everything except for the cruise speed. Cruise speed's significantly better, but it's pretty much the same MTOW. It's the same passenger capacity. It's actually less cargo capacity apparently, probably because the engines are heavier. That would be my guess. But it's also like almost double the cost. So I'm going to stick with a regular piston engine Duke. I think I'm going to want this one. $306,000 away. We still got a lot to do. I mean, we could almost buy a Skylane. Again, though, I don't really want to. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Please let me know what you think I should do as far as if that aircraft list seems good to you that we were talking about earlier in the video. And stay tuned for more. Episode 4 will be coming shortly. Have a good one, everybody.